In this video, we're going to be using Chicago Grooming Bonaire and the iKon X3 slant razor. Stay tuned. Hey there folks, and welcome back for another video. I'm your host CDB, and thanks so much for joining me today. I really appreciate it. And today, as mentioned before, we're going to be using Chicago Grooming Bonaire, and this smells like, if you're familiar with Sterling Island Man or A&E St. Barts, it's based on that same fragrance, the Creed Virgin Island Water, which is a nice tropical scent. There's a look at the soap. I got this from the razor company for $18 for 4 ounces. And on a cost chart, that is $4.50, which is a fair price. And the value is probably even a little better because this soap is quite firm. It is quite firm indeed. I put about half teaspoon in the bowl to lather it, and there will be soap left over because this is quite firm. Smells nice. Scent strength right at that medium level. Very, very nice scent. It's a tropical scent. You get mandarin, coconut, some lime. Really, really nice. If you're familiar with that Creed Virgin Island Water, you may very well like this soap. And this is a tallow-based soap. It is in their duck fat formula. I think it's called Canard, the Chicago Grooming Canard formula. Really, really good stuff. I haven't used, what used to be Oleo. It's now Chicago Grooming for a long time, and picked up some recently, and I have really enjoyed it. Great scent, great quality, really nothing not to like. The razor for today is the iKon X3 slant razor, and you can see that head is torqued. And slant razors cut on that guillotine sort of concept, as opposed to being straight across. It cuts at an angle, and as you can see, pretty significant angle there. And we're going to use today, I got these blades from the razor company, Gillette Blue blades. I don't think I've ever used these blades before. At least I don't remember using them. And I'll give you a look at the blade. They are not glued, which is nice. And there's a look at the blade. These are made in China, I do believe. And so let's take the X3 head off. The X3, by the way, is a pretty affordable slant razor. The handle is stainless steel. I believe the head is aluminum, if I'm not mistaken. It's $39.99 at iKon. I will link that below for you if interested. And there's the blade in there. And then when we get this all put back together, the blade will definitely be torqued, meaning there'll be some tension on it. And there we have it loaded up. I don't know if you can see that very well, but definitely a torqued slant. So we'll give that a go today. And there is a look at the logo, if you can see it in the bottom, iKon X3. Let's get into it. We have about 24 hours of growth today, which you might be able to see there. And I'm just misting the face here. And here is our lather and our Captain's Choice copper bowl. And today's brush is the West Coast Shaving Honeycomb brush, which I like. Oive sent this to me. So Oive, if you're still watching, I hope you are. Hope you're doing well, brother. Really nice sheen on that lather. Very, very nice indeed. So we don't expect to have any trouble today. The lather whipped up easily. It was not finicky whatsoever. Again, the base was pretty firm, or at least this particular one that I have, which I like a lot. I think, as I've been saying more and more recently, firmer base, generally better value. You'll get more shaves out of it, generally speaking. Not always, but for the most part. And this one, again, was easy to lather. It smells great. It's got a nice, to me, uplifting scent. It just makes you feel good to use it, this scent, I think. That's why I have it in, I probably have it in 2 or 3 different soaps, at least. The St. Barts, the Island Man, and then the one that Sphinx Shaving or Sphinx makes. Can't remember the name, Caribbean Holiday or something. Caribbean Holiday, can't remember. Anyway, very nice there. Very good quality stuff. Oleo as well. I'm still calling it Oleo. It's Chicago Grooming. Oh, it's tough when the companies rebrand. You always think of those old names and, oh, yeah. Oh, I got lather all over my handle there somehow. Let me rinse that off real quick. Try not to do that. That way I don't get too much lather on my hands other than when I'm wiping my neck like this. Want to remind you, this coming Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern on Instagram Live, Real Talk with Douglas and Fran from PAA. If you have any questions for them, please make a comment below and I will be happy to ask the question. Well, assuming it's a decent question, meaning, not offensive or something like that. All right, here we go with our X3 Not a ton of blade feel on this razor. The way it's in there, it's kind of, blade is protected, so you don't get a lot of blade exposure. So it feels mild, but as best I remember, and I've only used this razor once since I got it, it's a pretty good shaver. It doesn't feel rough on your skin whatsoever, but it manages to shave rather effectively. And that, of course, is what we like. The blade here, by the way, the blue blade is PTFE coated. So keep that in mind. Very nice. Again, some blade feel, but not a lot. I don't think there's a ton of blade exposure on this razor. But it's definitely working well with no problem. A lot of people really prefer these really torqued slant razors. And some feel that you only get the benefit if it's torqued. I don't know if that's true or not. I kind of use slant razors of all types. And, you know, I get good results with them, generally speaking. I can't validate the fact that they cut much better than a regular, you know, straight across blade, but I do enjoy using them. And for those of you that are new, you use them exactly the same way. You know, you just use the razor, just like you would any other razor. You're not making any special consideration for those angles. You just put the blade in it and go. You don't, you know, the slant does the work itself. You don't have to try to do anything, you know, adjusting the razor. Just go with it and try to enjoy your shaving experience. And the first pass there was nice and enjoyable. This to me is pretty easygoing razor. I don't find it to be crazy aggressive or anything like that. And there again is our oleo. That looks good, doesn't it? Very nice. I think we've done a really good job today whipping this lather up. And if you want to know how I lather, if you're new, I always put below the, there's a description below the video. There are links there for the product, as well as some tutorials, real talk at URL for Instagram, all that kind of stuff. I try to put some helpful information down there for you always. So check that out, if you please. I don't lather on camera just to save a little bit of a time, because I realize, you know, as much content as I put out daily shaving, no one has, you know, 30 minutes to spend every day. So I try to speed it up a little bit just to save folks from some time. But if you want to see how I lather, there's several tutorials, and you can check out the tips and tutorials playlist as well. A lot of good stuff in there. And there we go. Nice hydration in this lather, no problem whatsoever. This is really nice. It smells great too. Really enjoying it this morning. And I hope wherever you are, at whatever time you're watching this, you're having a great day as well. All right. Second pass here. We're going to do 3 passes today because I have a little more time today. So why not? Let's enjoy our shave. And again, not a lot of blade feel on this razor. The soap quality is very good, very slick. No problems whatsoever with the glide there of the razor. It's providing that platform, that slick platform, which is exactly what you need for a great shave, in my opinion. And it's also smelling great. And that's also something I want in a shaving soap. It's hitting all the marks. Again, fairly priced as well, so really nothing to complain about. It had been a while since I've used what is now Chicago Grooming, formerly Oleo. But she's got some stock in the razor company now, and probably some other retailers too. I got these again from the razor company. I think I bought 3 of them, and I'm very happy with all 3. Very good quality, just like I remember. Again, we don't see Vita as much as we used to in the community, or at least the places where I am, like on Facebook and Instagram and so on. Like, she used to be pretty involved early on, but I don't see her as much, and that's unfortunate. I like to see artisans involved and being part of the community, but she's probably busy. You know, she has rebranded, and also she makes soaps for some other folks as well, so she's probably quite busy, and not everybody has time to fool around on social media. So we do understand that. Very nice. But the product here is outstanding. It is very nice indeed. I've really enjoyed it for this shave, for sure. And the X3 is doing its work really, really well, or allowing me to do my work, I should say, because I'm the one doing the work here. The razor is just a tool, but in terms of what it needs to be, it is that. It's doing a great job. All right. We're slinging stuff all over the place because I rinsed the handle off. So I got some extra water in my lather here. Let it drip down in my... I pop this back in my Lancaster mug when I'm not, just because I don't like it hanging in the bowl, because what happens is it tends to get lather all over the handle. But of course, I just dripped that down the handle while I was lathering just now because all that water I had where I rinsed the handle off. But anyway, I try as much as possible to keep the lather in the knot and not all the way down the handle, but I don't always succeed. We have some magnificent hydration in here, so when you get it well hydrated, it can run a little bit. It shouldn't be super runny, but a little bit is okay. But ultimately, when it comes down to it, make the type of lather that works best for you. I see people complaining about the way people lather all the time, and I'm like, don't do that. Just worry about your own lather and the way that you do it, and do it in the way that makes you feel good and makes your shaves excellent. Don't be cracking on other people's lather. That's just bad form. The only time I think it's fair game to crack on someone's lather, apart from friends, when you have a personal relationship with someone and you're just, having fun with each other, I understand it. But sometimes I see ads, and in the ads, the lathers are terrible. They're terrible. And it's like, why don't these people, when they do a commercial or an advertisement, get a shaving consultant and somebody that knows what they're doing? The lathers look really bad in some of the commercials and ads, and I'm like, why do you guys do that? Just get somebody there to whip you up a really nice looking lather, and it will look much, much better. But it seems like a lot of times when some of the companies invest and make their commercials, they just, they pull in some good-looking person off the street that doesn't know the first thing about shaving, traditional shaving, and they get them to make a lather. It's what it looks like in some cases. So I think it's fair game to say, hey, come on, in those cases. But as far as when other people are sharing their experience in the groups and Instagram and so on, and you'll have these people come by, that's the terrible lather and so on. Unless those people are friends of yours and you're doing it in good spirit, just poking them a little bit, that's bad form. Don't do that. You do you, but also allow other people to be themselves and make the lather that works great for them. If they're getting excellent shaves with no nicks, cuts, creepers, weepers, irritation, bubbles, and troubles, close shaves, then they're doing a great job. Even if the lather looks not to your standard, it's working well for them, leave them alone. That's my recommendation. All right. I can tell you what, this lather today for me is working magnificently. It is very slick. The X3 here is just gliding along like nobody's business, and that's exactly what you want a lather to do. Provide that slickness to where you're getting no drag from the razor. And it is definitely hitting the mark. So while this one is uber hydrated, especially because I dripped a bunch of water down in the knot, it's still working really well. Very slick, very nice. And the blade feels pretty good too. Sometimes the blades from China, aren't very good. I've had some I didn't like at all. This one seems to be okay. It seems to be perfectly smooth. I can't really tell how sharp it is, but it seems plenty sharp enough. I'm not getting any tugging or anything like that. So, that's always good. But the soap is definitely, it is slick. And there's plenty enough residual slickness here for me to come across and just do a little additional touching up there and touch up down here on the neck with no problem. Just gliding really easily with no problem. No drag, that's what you want. If you're getting drag, I don't care what the razor metal is, whether it's matte, whether it's stainless, whether it's polished. If you're getting drag, work on getting that lather a little bit slicker. And it should mostly resolve that. I do understand that some people prefer the feel of a really polished finish, but if you're really getting drag, legit drag, then something might be off with your lather. All right, very nice. That was actually a very, very nice shave today. All right, let me rinse off, then we'll come back, get into the post. Stay tuned. And all right, we are back, and iKon did a warm water rinse to remove the soap, and then we applied our PAA alum. No stinging, so that was an excellent shave. No nicks, cuts, creepers, weepers, irritation, bubbles, and troubles. You just cannot beat it. Excellent shave. Following the alum, we did a cool water rinse and then towel off with our Lancaster towel prior to applying the magic made by Witches Thayer's Witch Hazel. I had an excellent shave today with Chicago Grooming Bonaire. Really, really nice scent, nice quality. I really enjoyed the soap today. And by the way, there's still plenty enough in there. As I mentioned before, this is a firm base, so there's enough lather in there for sure to do another shave. So I used, even at half teaspoon, that was about twice as much as I needed. So keep that in mind. Good value here on the Chicago Grooming Bonaire. We used the iKon X3 slant razor. Again, $39.99 at iKon. Not a bad shaver at all, as long as you don't mind mild blade feel. It's not super aggressive, but it did a great job. I enjoyed it. We used our West Coast Shaving Honeycomb brush, and it's inside our Lancaster Reds Works brush soaping mold, with, of course, our Captain's Choice bowl. And we're going to finish it out today with Ariana and Evan's St. Barts Splash, which has basically the same scent as the Bonaire. And we're going to be off to the races and having a great day. And I hope wherever you are, that you all have some great shaves and a great day as well. Oh man, that smells good. I don't know. There's just something so nice about a good bright scent in the morning to get you going. It just gets me going. Thanks so much, folks. I really appreciate you. Until next time, I've been your host, CDB, reminding you, it's your shave, your way, and as always, God bless.